going to be PG on the panel. We'll be PG-13, something like that over here. We'll be a bit naughty. But anyway, into this game where we've got the Miero Classic, as the panel said, the Beastmaster coming out in that last slot, the GPK Zeus, and the struggles of high ground taking are potentially over for BetBoom. They have a Luna Beastmaster or a draft to pummel into buildings and objectives. I do agree, Lacoste, with the panel that Talon maybe go behind at the beginning and then scale into their physical damage to come back later on.
Yeah, this is a really good mid-late game draft, creating all of these illusions, the Dragon Knight with Manta style, Shadow Demon with his disruption. But this type of a lineup needs a little bit of a time, needs some build-up, because Slaughter early on doesn't really provide you with much. Neither does Lifestealer. They're looking to play with like 3 big items, pretty much. They do have an Infest Bomb, but the problem is all 3 cores are melee. You're playing against Beastmaster, Zeus, Luna. Also, after the changes to her shard, like, she does love to play into these melee heroes, and it's a godly lifesteal game. First of all, you have Slaughter. Something that teams have been doing is when you don't have the last pick, so picking up Slaughter, then banning, and then picking up Lifestealer in the next phase, which I really like, because Lifestealer doesn't like to play into Slaughter, but overall, I have to agree with Kezu. I'm yet to see Zeus being dumpstered in a game. Every single time I see this hero, he does so much. And also, between the 5th and 10-minute mark, it's going to be nighttime. You will have a global presence from the Zeus, so that's going to be extra damage, extra right-click damage, and also a little bit of that damage from Zeus ulti. So this is the time where they're going to try to take the lead in the game.
Now, Luna Blessing, giving everyone that bonus damage, going to be ramping up pretty quickly. Yeah, this Zeus, we have that discussion right about the Zeus, Kotl, Sniper. None of them really lose lanes. They always get their farm, get to level 6, their primary items. And of course, Zeus just looking for those early kills, which we saw on day 1. I think Shumail went like 6-0 on Zeus, was just untouched after winning his lane. Could see a similar game here from GPK. Up against Chuen on the DK though, in a Dragon Knight. Always was that fella who you pick up in bad spots. You know, put him there with his Dragon Blood, he's not going to lose lanes, he's just going to get in there, do his job, maybe chip away at towers, and be that tanky body on the front lines when you get into that mid game.
Yeah, the lane I'm going to look the most is this bottom lane, because it's Luna plus Mirana.
You made fun of me when I did that yesterday.
What do you mean?
I was like, don't look at mid lane, look at some of these other lanes.
Well, you know, mid lane is not going to be as fun to watch. It's Zeus against Dragon Knight, but this is the anime Luna, Mirana. A lot of right-click that's going to come from Mirana having that Lunar Blessing. Level 1, it's not much, it's only 3 damage, but once you get the second point, then it's a 9 damage on Mirana with the leap. That's going to be quite a lot.
I wonder if they're doing their Crownfall quest. You know, mounted heroes. They've got Sagan and Nova. Get themselves some mounted tokens. Get away with some stuff in this bottom lane, as they're up against a Snapfire and a Slaughter. Can be quite difficult when, you know, you wanted to get these cookies into crushes, but you're against 2 ranged heroes, 1 with mobility. BetBoom could be a challenge to take down in the bottom lane. And up at top, Ponyo, Akashi, Shadow Demon, and that Lifestealer against Beastmaster Tiny. Pretty good spot here for Save to kind of get the early laning stage going well for Miero, and then leave to start looking for rotations, because then you force Ponyo around to follow you and track your positioning, and then you leave Beastmaster in a 1v1 against Lifestealer.
Yeah, but some good right clicks coming out from Nightfall and Toronto Tokyo. There's been a newer build on Snap. We don't see this hero much. Sometimes you'll see someone will bang out the mid Snapfire, Mira will play position 4, but most of the time you want to max out the Lil Shredder, because you don't get too close. Scatterblast has been buffed in the patch. Slow and slow duration are now increased by 50% in the blank point range, so that's something. Maybe that's why he's leaning towards the Scatterblast, but I like the Lil Shredder build. It also synergizes nicely with Slaughter, the minus armor.
Right.
So yeah, and it also allows you to play a bit of a different fight. You don't necessarily need to commit, lowering the cooldown on Lil Shredder, getting 2-3 of those in a prolonged team fight. Miero, he's in trouble.
Yeah, Lifestealer's on him, dodging the avalanche.
Dual Frenzy, Gary.
Cool Frenzy's going. Akashi, some good positioning to allow Ponyo to take the kill. Save will trade. Akashi looking for that +1, but the ball will slow him just enough to get the Tiny away.
My favorite thing to happen when I'm playing position 4. Sorry, but not actually sorry. Getting that solo XP as Tiny feels good, even though your offlaner died. He's still gonna come back, but
Is that
you
what
are
happens
getting.
You're laning with Fogged, and you're like, sorry, Fogged.
No, I'm forced to play off lane with Fogged, unfortunately.
Oh, so it's the other way around. He watches you die and then steals your stuff.
He's a greedy player. He's probably listening right now and smiling. But yeah, back to the bottom lane. A lot of harassment. Slardar, he invested into Raid Band as his second item after finishing off Bracer. But every single time he gets close, he's getting harassed by quite a lot. There is that Lunar Blessing, so extra damage. Kind of difficult to deal with.
And these projectiles from Toronto Tokyo, they're very, very flashy, aren't they? They look like a Halloween pumpkin, something under his mount. Sagan looking very spooky. Just launching stuff at Joe Camp. Clearing out that large camp as well with the arrows to get your bonus XP and gold as well on this Mirana, which is always handy. Mirana has often felt quite good as this position 5 support because, you know, you kind of rotate into lanes when stuff's happening, especially the mid lane to guard runes, kill catapult with your arrow, and of course you've got Moonlight Shadow. So
this hero doesn't move, Gary. Like this hero has 5 more move speed than Crystal Maiden.
Pretty slow.
Considering that he's riding a bunny.
Should be leaping around.
Definitely. Top lane, Kashi. Down to half HP already. Doesn't have a point in rage yet.
Pretty low on the CS as well. I mean, that's the problem you're laning against the Beastmaster, right? And that's why we talked about that potential 1v1 later down the line. You want to try and get as much as possible out these first 5-6 minutes as the Dire. Miero, 10 denies already racked up alongside this save Tiny. Having a pretty decent time up here. As Toronto Tokyo will take down Jokam's Snapfire down bottom. I was expecting an Observer Ward on high ground, but there isn't one there. Mirana just getting the job done naturally. And Save might make a move here with an Avalanche. Tossing Lifestealer around, and the ball is slowing him down. Akashi, oh, he's dead.
Ooh, not a great start for Talon. This is before Zeus even is level 6.
Yeah.
But once he gets that, there's definitely gonna kill, maybe attempt on getting 2 kills in the side lanes. I can see Toronto Tokyo, what you just mentioned, Sacred Arrow, very good against these siege units.
I mean, Luna, very high armor, quite tanky with strength treads as well. Double branch, circlet, stick charges there, and Talon trying to chip away at Nightfall. And I guess now, you know, half HP, the threshold, the kill threshold is potentially available for Talon to go for round 2.
Save, wrapping around the mid lane, could be potentially a kill on Dragonite. Down to half HP, already used his magic wand.
6 minutes in.
But Ponyo's there.
Regen rune for Ponyo. Chuen not going to get it. Save. We'll throw the Avalanche to give himself a bit of distance, trying to juke them through the trees. Yeah, gets the ankles broken of Ponyo. Bounty Rune going to be grabbed by Save as well. Getting a lot of stuff done in this mid lane. Forcing rotation, making things very annoying for the Dragon Knight. And again, the most important thing, right, is actually leaving that Lifestealer on a 1v1 against Beastmaster, which Miero is going to enjoy. And Miero, same kind of thing with the Lycan previous time, right? Overlord coming?
Most definitely. You are playing against 2 heroes, 2 supports who don't have anything to deal with them. Like, early on, maybe you can try to kill it with Dragonite and Corrosive Haze, but it's a lot of time wasted to try to get the kill on it.
Thunder God's Wrath is ready. Just gonna chip away at some of these heroes to bring them in that range of death.
BetBoom protecting their XP rune. Ponyo was trying to be sneaky, but BetBoom, they know.
And the Jokam gets the one on the opposing side of the map. Looks like Toronto Tokyo considering a move into mid. They're going to come and guard the bounty rune for GPK down in the bottom part. Yeah, Akashi here, just going to back up and farm small camp. Not too much he can do when the lane is pressed so far forward. At the very least for Talon, Dragonite is doing well for himself. Or that kind of dead lane where not much is happening. 46 and 12 for him.
Ooh, immediate response from Save.
Oh yeah, straight down to bottom. Shadow Demon came here, but Ponyo dead under tower. BetBoom playing so quickly.
Interesting move. I guess they wanted to disrupt Nightfall and then set things up with WS's stun. Also, interesting build coming out from WS. Putting more points in Bash of the Deep. Bash duration is still the same. The newer tech has been Slithering Crush. The damage increases, the slow duration as well. And you can farm much easier with it.
Toronto Tokyo. Full one, stays alive, not quite enough, but still the turnaround from BetBoom is there to take down Chuen and Jokam. bottom rim was also taken up by Toronto Tokyo, so BetBoom with another pretty resounding victory.
Remember back in the days, the Zeus, he didn't have any right-click damage. You couldn't possibly last hit with your right-click. Right now, he has 85 damage, level 7, plus also having level extra 15 damage coming up from Lunar's Blessing.
Going from barely better than Techies to being on Treant's level. It's like that kind of swing for him. Look at Akashi here, level 6, just hiding in the trees. Big wave arriving with skeletons out of this Dark Troll Summoner, and the arrow into Raw. Infest is there, though. He's in a little skelly. Go on, Lifestealer. Charge forward with the team backing you up. Chuen and Jokam arriving, but the damage pretty substantial to take one down. Finally, Akashi gets the trade, though. Might be in danger still, though. Toronto Tokyo turns and takes him out. A 2-for-1, and maybe more? And BetBoom have save arriving. Oh, he's out of mana.
Never underestimate Toronto Tokyo. He's been the mid player. He can definitely farm, and he's farming these heroes right now. Never mind.
His Beastmaster Summon's doing a lot of work. Save and Toronto Tokyo a step too far, though, this time. So in the end, what do we get? Shadow Demon, Lifestealer, and Snapfire dead in a 3-for-3 trade with the offlaner and 2 supports dying on BetBoom.
For the next fight, GPK will have another Thunder God's Wrath available. Luna continues to farm up. Nightfall. That extra damage, we said that they're going to take these fights between 5 and 10 minute mark.
You were right.
Lunar Blessing is maxed out, extra 21 damage on every single of the heroes.
That Mirana looked like a core.
Definitely.
Oh, it's kind of wild. Blink's up for DK now, though, so the chance to jump the Zeus. Probably why Save is sat right by GPK at this moment. They're coming out in the courier. BetBoom actually going to swing up into this top jungle. Akashi has level 1 rage. Well, he's got enough move speed with the phase boots. Gets the distance away. While in the mid lane, Toronto Tokyo getting run at. Dragon form ends. He's got 1 leap charge. Looks like he's perfectly fine under his own tier 1 to stay alive.
Trying to find the angle to kill this catapult.
He's got it there. Very nice. And the strength of Mirana and GPK got multiple leaping heroes in this one. Jumping back into that mid spot.
Toronto Tokyo TP's bottom immediately. He kind of wants to die, buy a little bit more time if he can. There is catapult available. Toronto Tokyo, another leap.
Oh, it's such a time waste, isn't it? Like, WS is getting... Oh. I think he juked himself there a little bit, didn't he?
Okay, too smart. Thinking that Slaughter will go the other way around.
The 7-head play becomes like a 2-head play. You know, it's like, breaking your own ankles. Well, I'll give Talon the opportunity to get tier 1 tower bottom, so a bit of money lining their pockets now at the very least. This Beastmaster starting to become a problem though. Top tier 1 gone, already pressing into tier 2, so Lifestealer's area of farm getting very, very small. And that line drawn out by the Dragonite, just marking the area of the map that they can actually play in top. And the movement that Miero is going to be making from top into mid.
They want to collapse on this mid tower, but there is an observer ward scouting out both Save and Miero. Still, it's going to be a tower. Shadow Demon can't defend this one alone, but the rest of the team is smoked up. WS and Chuen coming. Jokam as well. Snapfire Kiss is available.
Let's see what they can do. Blink stun straight in from Chuen onto GBK. He got the leap off, but the kisses and the stuns from WS just enough to bring the Zeus down. Miero and Nightfall. Maybe a turnaround here as Jokam denies the tower. Save is getting run at a little deeper there. Tiny under the Moonlight Shadow is hidden, invisible and invulnerable, in fact, as WS dies in the mid lane.
Talon, 2k gold lead, kind of as expected. BetBoom heroes are much better early on at dealing the damage, but you can see the power of their lineup coming in. Blink stun from Dragonite with the Snapfire Kisses, Slaughter with the follow-up as well going into Orchid. This has been the newer build as well on Slaughter, where you are the one who's controlling. It's very good against Zeus. Even if you get the Orchid plus 1 stun, he's most definitely dead. They have no saving abilities on BetBoom, so whoever gets jumped pretty much is gonna die.
Unless Save is right next to you with a toss, yeah. Like the only chance they've got. Phylactery up for GPK. Save and Toronto Tokyo smoking up together. Tiny's, what, 800 gold away from Blink. A much faster game than we saw from Jokam in the previous one. Well, looking to accelerate that a little bit faster as they move up towards top, hunting the Lifestealer. Some nice stacks being made up for BetBoom as well, so Nightfall's Luna, once she's finished that outer ring of jungle camps down bottom, of course can swing up to the Ancients, just bounce between the camps.
Pretty similar to previous game. This is going to be the timing for BetBoom. Helm of the Overlord completed on Miero. Needs to deliver it with the courier. Save. He has enough move speed to catch up.
There we go. They saw the Snapfire for quite a while. They were like, can we find the Lifestealer? No, let's go get the easy kill instead. Lifestealer gonna counteract the Helm a little bit with the Infest. And jump into the Dark Troll Summoner. Miero's pinging it out though. How do they go about this? You wait for him to jump out and then you roar him?
Yeah.
The trouble is they've got cavalry coming over the hill here with Chuen jumping and stunning. Miero just going to get caught out here. Can't even roar. Chuen now dominating.
Mirana, if she arrowed Lifestealer there, who was inside the Dark Troll Summoner, he instantly dies. Imagine that.
Hey now, I'm having a sip of water. You can't throw nonsense at me when I'm drinking. I'm going to choke on your bullshit. What are you talking about?
Luna's high level. Level 12. Everything is maxed out. About to finish off Manta Style. Needs another 600 gold. Helm of the Dominator / Overlord is finished. Black Dragon available. They did not want to finish it off in the triangle. They saved it for Miero because it's the best creep.
Hey. Oh, axes.
You thought he was going to kill him?
What are you doing? Throwing axes at your pet? You're trying to tame the beast, not kill it. I guess the Ancient Black Dragon. A BKB Blink next up for him. I guess this is just going to be the kind of initiation utility Beastmaster. We've seen a bit of that like Aghanims build, a bit of this, bit of that. But the Blink BKB Scythe Refresher has always been the kind of game-defining position for your Beastmaster itemization.
Yeah, BKB is nice, but they have so many tools to deal with BKBs. You have like Lifestealer with the right clicks. You have Shadow Demon ulti, Slaughter ulti. Not the best item, but still he feels he needs to survive. Get in, maybe bait one or two of those abilities.
And there's the big items. Blink Tiny, Manta Luna, 15 minutes in. I think it was you and Kenzie talking about this 15 to 20 minute period where, again, in night time, BetBoom ready to strike. Under dire vision currently though, yeah, Toronto Tokyo is going to find it and deward it. So a bit of information there for Talon to try and keep Akashi safe. And Chuen, oh, and the kisses too. That hurts.
Good bait from GPK. They had no vision
and now it's on.
Of that illusion rune.
The toss back into the roar. They've got the DK out, and he's the one with a streak. 800 gold going to BetBoom there. And after this kill, what? Tier 2 mid? Maybe press down bottom lane? Press up top onto the tier 2. The creep wave is already there. So many options for BetBoom. They're playing up top, right into Joe Camp. No roar, so no control immediately.
He just TP'd. He's very dead here.
He is pretty stuck behind his own tier 2. Nightfall and save. Tossed back into the damage out of these illusions. Snapfire gone for 30, so that means easy tier 2 top lane. And that catapult behind them.
This is a very scary draft from BetBoom. We talked about 5 to 10 minutes. 15 between 20 is also going to be super strong. They're going to pop the glyph, but the counter glyph from BetBoom will keep the creeps alive for a little bit longer. And look at that damage. Inner Beast, 3 points in it. Luna pretty much maxed out. Even Tiny, with his right clicks, is going to deal some serious amount of damage, and it's Roshan time.
Does somebody want to buy a Vlad's? Is that going to be Toronto Tokyo, buy Greaves and then Vlad's, just buy more auras? Do you need more auras as this BetBoom side?
He almost has Guardian Greaves.
He's incredibly farmed, isn't he?
Maybe just a casual buckler, you know,
yeah.
Playing into 3 cores who deal heavy physical damage, puppy style.
So you get Greaves and Buckler.
Get Greaves and Buckler, and maybe get a Solar Crest. It's a good Solar game.
There's lots of options for them. That's just been the story of this game.
Force Staff as well. Like, we don't see that item as much. It's... I would say, like, the build-up is okay, but a lot of these supports are also, like, universal heroes and everything. Cost decent amount of mana, but very good Force Staff game against Slaughter, against DK Jump, against Lifestealer.
Lotus as well could be an option, because you were talking about the lack of saves. If they've got Greaves and Lotus, you know, dispel things off, the Orchid, amplify damage, etc. Corrosive Haze. Oh my god, I said...
What did you say?
No,
Corrosive Sprint?
No, I said amplify damage. That That came out of nowhere. Yeah, Slaughter never had a spell called Amplified Damage, absolutely not. Akashi trying to use the Amplified Damage rune, which is real, to get forward to do damage into these summons out the Beastmaster, killing the dragon.
BBD is down. 250 gold for Akashi. About to finish off Radiance. I think it's time to go once they... Oh, Slaughter's thinking about picking up BKB instead of getting the Blink Dagger. Because I guess Chuen has a Blink Dagger and they don't want to overcommit immediately. They need someone to stick on a target and BKB will allow them to do that.
And maybe thinking, I've got Cookie. Who needs Blink when I've got Snapfire with cookies? We've been talking about BetBoom and their timings quite a lot in this first 20 minutes because they're the ones bringing the pace to this match, but now we're in a situation where Lifestealer has Armor Radiance. First timing has been hit really properly here by Talon. He does become an absolute monster to deal with. Now we saw Mickey yesterday going toe-to-toe 1v3 against a lot of core heroes. Something here maybe Akashi could bring to the table.
Gotta be careful. Helm of the Overlord creeps. Big amount of XP, huge amount of gold.
Yeah, don't feed them away.
I think they want to play for Tier 2 Tower and also take enemy Tormentor every single time you see them play this part of the map. 19-20 minutes. You want to take it, holding the Aegis, level 15 on Luna. Maybe even thinking about going high ground, but BetBoom and going high ground. Found a new enemy. Oh, Zeus ulti hasn't been used in quite some time.
They diametrically opposed BetBoom and high ground. 2 HP on that Tier 1 tower mid lane. I don't know if the Dragonite thought that his passive would take it down, but hey.
Nightfall is in.
20 minutes in. They've got TPs on almost everyone, and they've got a glyph. Only one forced down here. But yeah, this means a 21-minute Wisdom Rune, the Tormentor, as WS and Akashi steal the Tormentor on the left side of the map, but they've just lost their Tier 3. And you know what happens when Luna kills a Tier 3?
Ooh, decision-making. We've seen them leave the base in the previous game. Talon not on point, now trading enemy Tormi for their own Tormentor, but losing the glyph and also losing a Tier 4 tower, which could be very expensive. You're playing against Luna Beastmaster, you have one more glyph available.
Yeah, because now, as Radiant, BetBoom kind of want to play top, right? It's blue Luna. We get a blue Luna going, pushing high ground top lane into that dire side. And that means Beastmaster can just send his Dragon or whatever and his summons down the bottom lane and just, kind of AFK auto push it, attack ground into their bottom lane to get permanent damage onto the barracks. Akashi will kill that Dragon, though, so something that Talon are keeping on top of right now are the summons of Miero, killing them off every time they see them.
This is the big timing for BetBoom. They need to go, because we talked about, Panel mentioned it, scaling potential from Talon. Once they start to get those items up, things could get difficult.
That's got to be more. That's not counting Helm creeps, right?
No, just the boars.
The boars and the hawks, okay. Luna gonna shove out that mid, picks up her BKB at the same time as Miero does, so very synchronized here from BetBoom as they hit their stride 20 minutes in. That's another one, Manta Star for the Zeus. It really is on the money here. Talon going to TP out with WS and Ponyo hiding in the trees, but his TP's on cooldown. Looks like he is just tucked away enough to hide from BetBoom.
Guys, get out. Go out. Go out. What did he say? Go out.
Go out, guys. Please leave your base. Come and play. It's time to come outside and play. Well, 30 seconds left on the Aegis. BetBoom, we can say they've used it very well, pushing all of the outer towers now destroyed on that Talon side of the map. And they're hunkered down in their base, just waiting to see what comes. But I don't know, this kind of situation can get a little awkward, right? I mean, we even saw it in game number 1. You're 10k up, your Aegis expires, Save making moves though with a toss back, and that Hurricane onto the DK, taking him low. Disruption is there to buy a bit of time. Kisses are landing on Nightfall and Miero. Trent does survive, and the Infest is there for the Lifestealer, so they bought enough time to stay alive and defend their base.
That's what matters, not losing anything, but this gold advantage, he keeps increasing for BetBoom. I don't think they're ever gonna lack damage to kill the heroes. You have Luna, who is going for Kanda. Her level 20 with Kanda is kind of big item timing for Luna. Plus, you also have Zeus, Beastmaster, tossbacks from Tiny. So not too worried about BetBoom, but
what's their next objective, though? Is it just
this is the problem when you're too farmed, when you dominate the early game.
Exactly.
Something that BetBoom has been struggling with. They don't have the objective to go for. Next Roshan, 2 minutes potentially.
At least, yeah. It's like, can we hold them in their base? No. They're going to come out. They're going to split push. They're going to smoke. They're going to make moves. BetBoom, and they're pressed all the way forward, get right up into the tier 3s. And now, where are they? They're back by their own tier 3s almost.
Yeah, BetBoom, nothing's happening on the map. Nobody's dying, so they have nobody to tip. So they have to tip themselves. They're like, it's really itching me right now. Gotta use it on someone.
We've got to keep GPK's tip average up. The stats that matter. Someone probably cracked a funny joke in the BetBoom camp. But this gives wiggle room to Talon. A bit more space. 13k net worth on Lifestealer, 12 on the DK. Nothing's going particularly wrong for them. Even with this 10k lead up for BetBoom, they're still holding out, trying to get to that late game we've been talking about. I've got BKB on Slardar as well. So Orchid BKB done. And he immediately cues Assault Cuirass and Aghanim Scepter on WS. I'll save with this Blink Dagger though if he finds a latch onto someone. But yeah, vision is there. Observer Ward from Talon allows them to jump in with the Infest Bomb right on the save. Great catch on the Tiny. The catcher becomes the catchee, and now the kisses launched in. Artillery shells landing in onto Miero. Nightfall. Akashi gonna munch on the Granite Golem.
Another one. That's more than 1,000 gold from Helm of the Overlord creeps for sure.
Easily, yeah. Ponyo has found a disruption here, catching Toronto Tokyo. Tries to leap away. A couple of them spent. One more remains, but he's dead nonetheless.
Wrong side.
Talon, they came outside.
Dire are scanning.
BetBoom trying to play Ding Dong Dash and getting caught with their Panthers down.
There it is. Save tipping GPK. GPK again collecting tips. Talent. I mean, this game can go both ways. 7k, now 6k. Doesn't really matter that much at this point because Talon lineup is really good at scaling. SNY completed on Lifestealer. I'd still like to see Blink Dagger picked up by Slardar. Sure, you also want to get AC, you want to get your Aghanim Scepter, but sometimes it can be difficult getting into a fight. We could go back to point of Dragonite having a Blink Dagger, so he is the vehicle for Lifestealer, but I prefer that to be Slardar.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's a pretty speedy Roshan. 30 seconds on the timer. We'll be back up in 15. Nightfall, I guess kind of waiting for Luna Kanda, wait for Luna to have Aegis and then go for a proper high ground push. But now you've got to contend with a pretty strong, beefy Talon side who have got to 25 minutes. They've kind of weathered that storm. 10k lead, it felt substantial, but now it's being whittled away little by little. 13 to 10, this game becoming more and more even as time passes. And this Roshan could be a difficult hurdle for BetBoom.
It's time to go. Like, you need to have Aegis with this type of a lineup. You need to have it on Luna, try to siege the high ground with it. They did plant vision. It could scout things out near Roshan. Scan connect. BetBoom, they know someone's lurking near the mines.
Thunder God's Wrath gives the vision on Makashi. Roar is there through the rage. Chuen is in with a stun on Toronto Tokyo as the kisses land on the Mirana, but she pops the Greaves and leaps away. Miero, half HP, but turning on the Chuen with a Nightfall damage. The Lunar Glaives bounce and kill them all. A killing spree for Nightfall and a double for GPK. There's the fight they needed on the doorstep of the Dire base.
Lifestealer, he's inside the Black Dragon. That was a good scan. And then Zeus immediately pops the ulti. They're focusing position 5 Mirana with Guardian Greaves. I don't think that's the target that you want to focus. And one of the big buffs to Luna, a lot of the times, sometimes it's a buff, sometimes it's a nerf, is when we changed how BKB works. Her ulti is like, okay, it's shared amongst, if you have like 3 BKB cores, a lot of that damage, you won't even feel it. But if they're isolated, you're like, sure, I'm still dealing damage through BKB, so that's nice. And now they're gonna go inside Roche Pit, take Roshan, get Aegis and Cheese. I can't believe they're not killing it on Radiant side to have Roshan's banner.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? What they're just, yeah, what they're doing. Get Roshan to spawn down there, give us the banner. Yeah, those Moonglaves out the shard of Luna. And she gets on top of people. It's like, The old immolation from Warcraft, just burning people alive. Massive, massive damage. Was it Fog calling her the Shredder?
It's an insane shard.
And Timbersaw, look at me. I'm the Timbersaw now. Whirling away. Oh yeah, Lifestealer is still inside that dragon, by the way. Look at him flapping around.
It's the old tech. We don't see that anymore. Radiance inside the dragon. Continue to farm up. But he's been annoying. Trying to cut the creep waves.
Yeah, we've had a few of those, right? We had the like infest into someone, then devour them with Pudge. You've got Radiance on one and a Necro Aura on another. TPing around and being a nuisance. This time just inside a dragon.
How many dragons is in this game? There's one by Miero. Akashi's in one. Then you have not a big black dragon yet from Chuen. He still needs his Aghanim Scepter to be completed.
I don't know, the Targaryens have shown up. Everyone's got a freaking dragon.
Yes, Season 2 coming out.
Left and right.
Team Green. Let's go.
High ground needs to be defended. Mid and top. Slow press here from BetBoom. As Miero, he's caught a glimpse of the dragon, which Lifestealer is currently inhabiting. Saved. Did he clip him with the avalanche? He did. Not sure they can keep going for this, though. It's kind of difficult. Does Miero have to roar? Oh, he steals it. Of course he does. Come over here. That's my dragon now. Rage into roar, and the damage will come. There's no backup arriving, and Lifestealer's done. A dominating Nightfall Luna now, charging down his top lane with 60 seconds on the timer.
That's such a cool interaction. He's inside, he takes over, and then he can control where Lifestealer's going. So Lifestealer's like, uh-oh, they're gonna drive me to the fountain, I better get out.
It's like the Lifestealer Ags. If you infest in someone who's TPing home, you end up in the fountain. Or the old Juggernaut Omni Slash. You used to be able to follow people and Omni Slash them back in the fountain as well. But here we go. Blue Luna, 30 minutes in. Dire tier 3 top lane in trouble. I'm going to try and crack it open with a potential move from Save, but a good Orchid will stop the tiny initiation there. And a Glyph holds BetBoom back for a matter of seconds before they come back in for another round. In fact, Nightfall just stands there and hits the tower no matter what. 20 seconds still, no Lifestealer. Did Talon have to wait for him to respawn?
I don't think they can take a fight without a Lifestealer. They have no glyphs available. Say goodbye to your barracks.
And only 2 buybacks on DK and Snapfire currently. There goes that top lane. Bottom still open, of course, but that tier 3 going down so early on in the game. And the pings are coming onto Tormentor as well, as we'll watch this one back. It's my dragon. Ah.
All right, it took him a couple of seconds to try to get out, but you are playing against the Beastmaster. Roar will come out, so Rage will not save you.
You made this? I made this.
That was nicely done. Aegis still up and running for another minute and 40 seconds. I think it's time to go in and try potentially to close out the game, knowing that they have no glyph. Even if you lose this fight, they can't just end the game. Problem is, again, the initial jump, they have nothing to save them with in terms of spells, but they have double Force Staff, they have Guardian Greaves, which I think should be enough.
Another Tormentor stolen by BetBoom. They just had to find their spot here to cut out the waves. 30 seconds, 40 seconds of cutting mid, cutting bottom, get them back into a good equilibrium state on the map, and then smoking behind Nightfall once more.
Satanic. Kanda, level 20. They might have one fight. In terms of buybacks, all 3 cores, they don't have buy.
All in. All in for this fight. Akashi runs forward with his first Rage. Trying to get some damage on the Nightfall there. Chuen poking at him as well with this Black Dragon form. Another dragon added to the menagerie. But Nightfall just stands there, hitting buildings, taking down barracks. As Akashi again moves forward, but a great avalanche toss, catching the Dragonite out. The Eclipse and the damage being spread out onto DK and Lifestealer. They've got a disruption to buy a bit of time here as the Roar and Lifestealer hold him back. Angels pop, but Chuen looks dead. Lifestealer also in trouble, gonna have to run back to the rest of his team as they buy back on Ponyo, but this looks like it's it. Save will move forward with Nightfall onto the Lifestealer. A double kill for your Luna now, and Akashi cannot stand his ground to battle back.
Look at this damage.
Barely gets the fountain to survive it.
One beam. down to 20% HP on a support, and this is gonna be Mega Creeps most likely. They don't have Dragonite for a good 40 seconds. I don't know how you take this fight.
It's very, very difficult. Make Lunar illusions. Use their forces against them. Akashi getting
BKB
cookied
available.
and run forward. The BKB from Nightfall with the Glaives bouncing. Can he lifesteal back up? He's got no Satanic active, but he's got the passive to still go. Lifesteal is surviving, but not when GBK comes in. We forgot about the Zeus. He's just here doing massive damage to finish it all off and clean them up.
The Hawk, controlled by Miero.
TP home! TP home!
He's
he
doing
tried it! He tried it! Akashi will chase him down, trying to munch on the Beastmaster, but toss him back across to the left, and now the Luna can open back up. Lifestealer in trouble, dead and out for 70 seconds. Great play by Save, incredible attempt by Miero. Would have been a clip of the ages to see that one, but Akashi not falling for it. Talon, though, still look like they are down and out in this series, though. As game 2. I'll give it another shot here with the Dragon Knight, but Nightfall and Save too much to handle. As Chuen is pummeled into the ground, cookie or not, Grandma can't save you, and GG called.
Luna's such a beastly hero when you're staying on top.